Hello. I know it has been a long while since my last video, and I figured I would sit down, do a little get ready with me. Marlo and I are going over to my in-laws to have lunch today, so I'm just gonna slap on some makeup here so I look a little bit more awake and alive, and I figured I'd sit down and talk.
I love you all. I love you all so much.
It has been a couple months, I guess, since I've last filmed, and I want to touch base and kind of let you guys know what's going on and why I kind of stopped filming there for a little while. Alright, so the last thing that you all saw was whenever I went to Florence. Man, that was like forever ago. It was still nice out. It was just starting to get cold in the mornings. And then here, just a couple days ago, it snowed. So it's been a while. I was training, before that, I was training for a 5K, and you guys saw that. And I got hooked, and I loved it. I loved it so much. While I was filming that video, I started on some new medicine for my depression. I figured I would go ahead and get that in my system before it got cold and before the time change and everything, because I suffer from depression and anxiety, and then I also get a really bad seasonal depression. So I wanted to go ahead and get that in my system so that I wasn't battling so hard. That's a really interesting use of words, to battle depression. But that's what you do every single day. You get up and you battle it. But before that, whenever I went to my doctor, I told my doctor that I wasn't sleeping. I was having a really hard time sleeping at night. I couldn't fall asleep, and then whenever I did, I'd wake up a couple hours later, and it had gone on for a couple weeks. I wasn't functioning well. I was being quite manic at times, and it wasn't healthy for me and my family. And it was getting to a point where I was so depressed, and I wasn't sleeping. My doctor prescribed me some medicine, and she said that it would help me like come down, because I was just running on high. Like I couldn't stop. My mind was racing. You know, I just couldn't stop. I couldn't slow down. You know, running was a good outlet for me because I just couldn't stop. So it was good just to have that and be able just to run and get some of that energy out. But I would get that energy out, and then my mind would start racing, and then I couldn't sleep, and then it would just all start over again. It was getting hard to cope with that. So she prescribed me some medicine and said it would help me kind of come down and kind of regulate those manic feelings. So I had started taking it, and then I went to Florence, and I was with my mom, and she's so relaxing, and you know, I visited with my grandparents. And then once that medicine kind of got kicked into my system, it made things even worse. I couldn't sleep, and I couldn't stop, and I would run for like an hour, like straight. I would just run, and I couldn't settle down, and it's like it escalated things and made things even worse. I took it for about 3 weeks. I called my doctor's office. I asked them, you know, if maybe they could switch up my dosage, or maybe prescribe me something so that I could rest and sleep. And they told me, why don't you just take half and then take it early in the morning? I had been doing that, not taking half, but I had been taking it early in the morning so that it would kind of run out of my system a little bit, you know, toward the end of the night. And that did not work. It didn't work. I wasn't sleeping. It even got to where, and disclaimer, you should never do this. One of my friends gave me half of an Ambien just to help me get to sleep. Fell asleep for like 3 hours, and then I woke up and I was like ready for the day. So like that didn't even faze me. So I stopped taking it, the medicine that they had prescribed for me. I felt that it just wasn't doing what it should have been doing, and I was getting really, really frustrated. So I stopped taking it about a month later because I was just so frustrated. And I know I probably should have given it a little bit more time. You know you're thinking irrationally, and you know in your heart that this isn't right. I couldn't continue taking it. I had been on antidepressants in the past, and I had never had this reaction, and I had been on this specific antidepressant before, and I hadn't had this reaction. So I don't know if maybe the hormones from having Marlowe, or you know, if something's just kind of off. But I got really frustrated, and I just stopped taking everything. So I like stopped doing everything that I loved doing there for a while. I even stopped running because I was so frustrated and I was getting so incredibly depressed. It got to where I was taking naps. Whenever Marlo would go down for a nap, I would take a nap. I was just not well, and I'm just now kind of getting back out of that and getting over that. I don't know what it was. Fall and the beginning of winter seems to be a really difficult time. It's just been really hard. And not to say that I haven't had fun these past couple months. I mean, October is my favorite month. I love Halloween. Marlo and I really took advantage of the cooler weather. We took lots of walks outside. She loves to collect rocks. That's her thing now. She loves just picking up rocks and studying them, and it's the sweetest thing. So we definitely took advantage of the cooler weather, and I got out as much as I could just to get some sunshine in. And I need to focus on staying healthy and staying well and staying mentally sharp. Oh, I dyed my hair. So that's a thing. It's a semi-permanent, so it's washing out. But I did it about a month ago. It's been a couple weeks. Almost a month, and I love it. I was depressed. I got on medicine. It made things worse. I got off the medicine. Things got worse again, and now I am just trying to eat healthy. I am trying to mentally be healthy. I'm trying to stay active, just trying to keep a schedule, because I know that's important for Marlo, and I harp on this almost every single video, I know. But for me, a schedule is life. I have to always have a schedule, and that makes me feel safe whenever I know what I'm doing and what is planned. And if every hour of every day were scheduled, that would be my perfect day. Tea. I need that in my life. That's where I flourish, is whenever I can schedule things and have a nice productive day. I feel like I get the most out of my day whenever I can really, really schedule things and have everything laid out and planned out. Okay, so like I said, this video is going to be just like everywhere, and that's okay, because that's what my thoughts are like nowadays, just kind of everywhere. Did I get everything? Because usually whenever I go back and I look at this, I'm like, oh, I missed foundation on this side of my face. Or so yeah, my next video is going to be all about how I lost the weight and why I lost the weight, and how you can do it too. My best friend asked if I wanted to do a mini marathon next year. So I feel like now I have something to train for, and now I have something, a goal, and that is important for me, to achieve a goal. So I'm really excited, and I want to really start training for a mini marathon, which is, by the way, 13.1 miles, in case you were wondering. So, yeah, I have that I would love to train for and get ready for. So that's kind of where I've been. It's been hard to film my life when I feel chaotic inside. I didn't want to film that. I didn't want to welcome people into that. I think that instead of 3 videos a week, which was a lot, I'll probably just do 1 video a week. Just inviting you all into our lives once a week is fun, and that's what I think I'm gonna do, and that seems doable for me. And maybe it can just be a week in the life rather than a day in the life, and I can just pick up the camera whenever I feel like it. My next video is going to be how I lost the weight and how I'm continuing to stay on track. My video will be for people reaching out for help and asking me those questions. I will sit down and answer all those questions and be forthright and honest and let you know how I did it, why I did it. But yeah, that's a little life update there. I am going to try my best to combat and battle my depression with lots of exercise and lots of eating healthy and lots of getting out of the house. I am also taking this supplement called ashwagandha. My mom swears by it. Lots of people swear by it. I was taking it, and then I stopped taking it because that's what you do whenever you get depressed. You just like stop everything. But I've started taking it again the past couple weeks, and I'm feeling a lot better emotionally. Stress levels have gone down a little bit, and I'm starting to feel a little normal now. But yeah, it's called ashwagandha. It's like the coolest word ever. I take that every morning. Stopped taking naps in the middle of the day. Because I felt like that was really bringing me down really fast. I love you guys, and I missed this interaction with you all. I miss you guys and getting back in touch with my friends, because I need that. I need that support, and you need that support. We just all need to come together and just love each other, and let's just have a Mr. Rogers moment and just love each other. All right, I'm gonna get off here. I love you all, and I will see you all. No, you'll see me in the next one. And leave your comments below and tell me what questions that you have for me as far as my weight loss journey, and I will answer them. I will also put this out on Facebook and probably Instagram. But yeah, just leave your questions below, and I will answer all of them. All of them. I will answer every single question. And I love you. You'll see me later. Bye-bye. It's been really hard, and it's been challenging, which is the same thing is really hard, man. My face is so incredibly dry, and I just put like a pound of moisturizer on my face. Can you see? Like, look, it's just dry. My emotions and how I'm feeling, that's the same thing. Oh my gosh. I'll do the bye.